Yes.
Thank you everyone for coming. We are about the glories of the Purushottama to start today. So it's very important. Who can play the drum? The drum? Jaya Rama Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Rama Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Rama Madhava Kunja Bihari There's a mosquito, hungry mosquito around. Thank you. I just came from Guyana. In 2 weeks we have 3 Rathayatras. 3 Rathayatras. One in Barbis and 2 in Georgetown. Devotees they like to do in Georgetown, Friday one Rathayatra, and then Saturday another route. Different route. So, very nice. Many people came. Congregation tries to come and take part. The room was packed up. At the festival they have a stage program in the same temple, outside, open air. The mayor of the city came. The mayor of the city, his brother is devotee, Hare Krishna devotee, from Atlanta. So he came, he said, he shake hands with Paul. He said, my brother is Hare Krishna, I'm a Christian. He said, we love Christ also. That's good. And he was praising the devotees' effort to do these festivals and help people, And very good. There, us, no? In Guyana, the lotus flower, they grow widely everywhere. So devotee, every day they offer garland of lotus flower to the deities to Prabhupada. Very nice. Hare Krishna. So, since today, the first day of Purushottama Masa, I'm going to read. It's actually advised in this month that one should read every day from the chapter 15, Purushottama, the yoga of the Supreme Person. Very, very, very much advised. So I'm going to read one verse from this chapter. I'm going to read from the last verse, text 20. Bhagavad Gita 15:20. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Iti Guryatamam Shastram Idamuktam Maya Naga Etat Budva Buddhimansya Vitajutyascha Bharata. You like to read it in Sanskrit? Yeah, you can do it. Go ahead. Very nice. Translation. This is the most confidential part of the Vedic scriptures, all sinless one, and it is disclosed now by me. Whoever understands this will become wise, and his endeavors will know perfection. Purport. The Lord clearly explains here that this is the substance of all revealed scriptures, and one should understand this as it is given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus, one will become intelligent and perfect in transcendental knowledge. In other words, by understanding this philosophy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and engaging in his transcendental service, everyone can become free from all contaminations of the modes of material nature. Devotional service is a process of spiritual understanding. Wherever devotional service exists, the material contamination cannot coexist. Devotional service to the Lord and the Lord Himself are one and the same because they are spiritual. Devotional service takes place with the internal energy of the Supreme Lord. The Lord is said to be the sun, and ignorance is called darkness. Where the sun is present, there is no question of darkness. Therefore, whenever devotional service is present, under the proper guidance of a bona fide spiritual master, there is no question of ignorance. Everyone must take to this consciousness of Krishna and engage in devotional service to become intelligent and purified. Unless one comes to this position of understanding Krishna and engage in devotional service, however intelligent he may be, in the estimation of some common man, is not perfectly intelligent. The word anaga, by which Arjuna is addressed, is significant. Anaga means all sinless one. Means that unless one is free from all sinful reaction, it is very difficult to understand Krishna. One has to become free from all contamination, all sinful activities. Then he can understand. But devotional service is so pure and potent that once one is engaged in devotional service, it automatically comes to the stage of sinlessness. While one is performing devotional service in the association of pure devotees in full Krishna consciousness, there are certain things which require to be vanquished altogether. The most important thing one has to surmount is weakness of the heart. The first fall down is caused by the desire to lord it over material nature. Thus one gives up the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Lord. The second weakness of the heart is that as one increases the propensity to lord it over material nature, he becomes attached to matter and the possession of matter. The problems of material existence are due to these weaknesses of the heart. In this chapter, the first 5 verses describe the process of freeing oneself from these weaknesses of heart. And the rest of the chapter from the 6th verse through the end discuss Purushottama. So let us read the first 5 verses, just the translation. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Urvamula Shakam Ashvatam Kraur Avyayam Tadamsi Yasya Parnani Yastam Veda Savedami. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that has its roots upward and its branches down, and whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is the knower of the Vedas. Verse 2. Adashchorvam praskitastasya shaka guna prabhidha vishaya prabhalha adashchamtani anusantakani karmanubandini manushyaroke. The branches of this tree extend downward and upwards, nourished by the three modes of material nature. The twigs are the object of the senses. This tree also has roots going down, and these are bound to the fruitive action of the human society. 3 and 4. Narupamasya tato palavyate dantuna charyuna chasam pratishta ashvatam inam suviruddha moolam asanga shastrina yudhena chitva tatapadam tatparimargitavyam yasmin gatana nivartanti bhuyaha tameva charyam purusham prabhavye yata pravritti prasrita purani. The real form of this tree cannot be perceived in this world. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, or where its foundation is. But with determination one must cut down this strongly rooted tree with the weapon of detachment. Therefore one must seek that place from which, having gone, one never returns, and there surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom everything began, and from whom everything has extended since time immemorial. Verse 5. Nirmana mohajita sangha dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha dvandvai vimukta sukha mukta samgyay yacchantya mudra padam avyayam tat. Those who are free from false prestige, illusion, and false association, who understand the eternal, who are done with material lust, and who are freed from the dualities of happiness and distress, and bewildered, know how to surrender unto the Supreme Person, and came to that eternal kingdom. Purushottama Yoga ki jai. So, this month, Purushottama Yoga, happens every 3 years. Because there is a solar calendar and the lunar calendar. The lunar calendar is shorter. So every 3 years, to compensate this difference, there is an extra month. So those who follow the Karma Kanda section of the Vedas, they consider this month to be inauspicious, Malamasa. Because in this month there are no prescribed duty for material pious activities. And thus they rejected this month as inauspicious. So this month personified as a devotee of the Lord. So he went to see Lord Vishnu and prayed to Lord Vishnu for help. Please give me, I even don't have a name. He didn't have a name, he just was considered Malamasa, an auspicious form. So please help me, I'm rejected by all these people, so I need help, to be engaged in the service of the Lord. So Lord Vishnu said, I think we better go together to Goloka and we take advice from Lord Krishna himself. So they both, Lord Vishnu took him to Goloka and he prostrated in front of Lord Krishna and prayed for his mercy humbly, and Krishna was pleased with him. So he told him, since you came and surrendered to me, and this month is the pride of any karma, good karma, then I will give you my name for this month, Purushottama. This month will be known as Purushottama. And in this month will be even 16 times more powerful than any other auspicious month, even Kartik. So, in that way, he was blessed by the Lord. And you don't have to do very severe penances or anything like that in this month, but it's advised to read the 15th chapter every day and increase your chanting, reading, remembering about Krishna. So, those who are inclined to gain heavenly planets or to gain material prosperity and health and fame and all this, they reject this month as an auspicious. But for Vaishnavas who are after spiritual advancement, they consider this month the most very auspicious. And we have to, read about it, hear about it. I mean to say is those who are interested in the spiritual advancement of life, they can make much more advancement during this month than any other month of the year. The only thing we have to do is increasing our chanting, hearing, remembering, do some extra service, read every day the 15th chapter, avoid certain food. Of course, no garlic, no onion, no fish, and all these things. That's normal for devotees. Anyway, so Krishna in this 15th chapter is explaining the banyan tree. This banyan tree represents the material world, which is the root are the tree is upside down, the root up upward, the branches downward. Like when you go to a lake and you see the tree reflected in the water, you see upside down. So this material world is a reflection, perverted reflection of the spiritual world. Everything we see here has its origin in the spiritual world. And although it looks real, actually it's temporary, therefore it's an illusion. Once Narad Muni approached Krishna, that's in the Naradiya Purana, in Dwarka, and asked the Lord, "My dear Lord, can you please show me how Maya works?" Krishna said, "Are you sure you want to know that? Maya is very tricky, it can even trick you." Yes, I'm very eager to know how Maya works. Okay, you are my dear devotee, I want to please you. Let's have a walk in the garden outside the palace, So they were walking, and they went to the forest, and then Krishna told Narad Muni, I am very thirsty now, and there is a nearby well. Can you get me? Take a big leaf, there's a banyan tree nearby, take a big leaf, and bring me some water from that well. Yes, my Lord, as you please. So Narad went to that well, and there was a young beautiful girl taking water from the well. And he offered to help, and I help you. Oh yes, please, I will. And he helped her, and she smiled at him and everything. So Narad Muni thought, oh, she likes me very much, and she's very young and beautiful. So he followed her to her home, and before entering her home, she looked back at him, smiled at him, and Narad thought, definitely she likes me very much. So when she entered the home, her father came out and saw him. Oh, great sage Narada, please come to my home. Bless my home. Your presence is most auspicious. So Narada Muni came in, and the farmer was a farmer, I saw you following my daughter here. What is your intention? Oh, I think she likes me very much, and I also like her very much. If you agree, you can get married. Oh, that's a great blessing to me, to all my family. Such a wonderful, great sage as you. But one thing I have a demand from you, that to stop traveling and you stay here in one place. I have a land nearby, you can make your house there, you can help me with agriculture, have your sons, be happy. Okay? Thank you. So he took his house and have 2 children, 2, 3 children, and work in the land and everything. He forgot Krishna and the water he has to take to Krishna. And one year there was a huge storm. Everything was drowned in water, the river grew up, all the houses were underneath the water. So Nara put his family in a boat, wife and the kids, and he was fighting the storm, in the middle of the river. And suddenly a huge wave came in and blew the boat away, and all the family fell to the water, and wife crying, I don't know how to swim, the children help me, Dad. And he was fighting one kid with one hand and the other with wife. And suddenly everything disappeared and he was in front of Krishna. And Krishna asked him, where is my glass of water? He said, glass of water? Where are my family, my wife, my kids? And Krishna told him, you wanted to know how Maya works. Now you experienced. Only 5 minutes passed, for you was all life. So of course Narada Muni is beyond illusion, but Krishna wanted him, since he asked how Maya works, he wanted to give him a sample. Because he forgot Krishna, that's the main thing. He forgot Krishna. Nothing wrong in being married and having children, that's normal. But be Krishna conscious, no matter whatever ashram you are, always remain Krishna conscious. But if you, in whatever situation you are, if you forget Krishna, then what's the use of human life wasted in sense gratification? So that's Narottam Das Thakur, he lament like that. Hari Hari Vifane Janama Gunainu Manushya Janama Paya Radha Krishna Navajiya. He laments. I wasted my time drinking poison willingly in the form of sense gratification, forgetting to worship Radha Krishna. That was his lamentation. So, this is very important in these months. Take advantage of it, since the spiritual activity increases power 16 times more than even practicals. So, we can make very, very good spiritual advancement during these months. We only have to increase on chanting, hearing. You don't have to do very, much of big austerities or anything like that. That's the regular austerity, 4 principles. You can chant more rounds, of course, it's good, it's advisable. Prabhupada said 16 is the minimum, not the maximum. But for majority of devotees, 16 is the maximum. Oh, I reached the 16. I've done it today. Like once Prabhupada was imitating the devotees, late in the evening, he was chanting, from devotees came and said, finally I finished my round. I can do anything I want now. So, Vedic astronomy is very accurate, very, very perfect, So, there is a study, the Surya Siddhanta by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, explaining everything, corroborated by modern science, the distance of Earth to the Sun and everything, very accurately calculated. Even before having big telescopes and all this, they could study the cosmos and know perfectly all these things. So, In the Vedic wisdom, it is advised that one should use his human form of life to attain spiritual perfection by bhakti. Those who follow the path of smarta, they are only interested in following rules and regulation to become pious, to become prosperous, to become, elevated to heavenly planets, or even Vaikuntha, maybe. But they have no much interest in developing bhakti, pure devotional service to the Lord. So these two sections are separated by the Lord Himself, because the Lord wanted it to be known that there is a difference between following the Karma Kandiya section of the Vedas and the section of the Bhakti mark, the path of devotional service. So I'm going to read a little bit something about this month, if you allow me. It's very interesting. From Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he mentioned something about that. Okay. All right. I have no internet here, so I could not open the file. But I have another one. Let's see if it works. Yes. All right. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained this Adimasa or extra month is very inauspicious for material activities, but is very auspicious for spiritual activities. Of course, for us, if somebody is spiritually well situated, the material aspect also is included. It's not that you will make spiritual progress and your material life will be ruined. No, it's not like that. Material well-being follows spiritual well-being. If you are spiritually well situated, then the material well-being will follow automatically. You don't have to worry about that. No? So, So as we do also this month with some other events, one king called Vidhanva, spoken by Valmiki, he said, Purushottama Masa is glorified in relation to the past life of King Vidhanva. In Badarikashram, Narad is here that this brata of Narayan Rishi, then Valmiki told this king Vidhanva about it. So, the Dharma Shastra they explain there's activities that should be followed in this month's Purushottama. They starting from the waking up, Muhurta, from early morning. So this advice that one take early bath in the ocean or river. If you do it at home, that's all right, but you can chant the mantras. No? You know the mantras for the 7 holy rivers. No? Gangachayamune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmada Sindhu Kaveri Jalasmin Sanivin Kuru. You know this mantra? Very. You can chant while taking bath. Very auspicious. But more important is to worship Radha Krishna in this month. And there is a verse explaining that. Sadaso Pacharaischa Pujat Yet Purushottama. Worshipping the divine couple, Shri Radha Krishna, is mandatory in this month. Either at home or in the temple, you can worship Radha and Krishna, offer puja every day. Agaccha deva devesha Sri Krishna Purushottama Radhaya Saita Chatra Jnana Pujanam Mama. In this month of Purushottama, one should not hear about mundane literature or mundane poetry. One should not sleep in another's bed, nor discuss about sense gratification. One should not criticize others or eat food cooked by non-devotees. So this is mandatory activities to be avoided during these months. One should abandon also avarice and give charity to the brahmanas. And if one is still stingy, you say stingy? Even while having a lot of riches, that would be the cause of his going to Raurava, one hellish plan. If somebody has a lot of money but doesn't like to give charity, imagine how important charity is. God has explained that three activities can never be given up, which are given: one, giving charity; the other, austerities; and third, sacrifices. Of course, Krishna saved Bhagavata from sacrifices and the chanting of japa. So we should chant japa every day. And the best charity we can give others is Krishna consciousness, knowledge about Krishna. That's the best charity. Prabhupada said, violence means not to preach. He gave the example. If you see a man on the roof of a building ready to jump, it's your duty to tell him, don't do it. Please don't do it. Your life is precious. You will become a boss if you do that. Please don't do it. Try to convince him not to do it. I remember some years ago, I was doing book distribution in Caracas, Venezuela, and I saw a scene like that, one man ready to jump from a building. So they called the firemen, a lot of people down there, because he was like there, And some young people were drunk. They were encouraging, yeah, jump, we want to see blood, come on, jump. Other people were just like, don't say that. But crazy people. Misery loves company. Once a Christian preacher was preaching to a drunkard, and he was telling him, if you keep drinking like this, you will go to hell. But my father, my grandfather, my uncle, he started naming all the family members who also drink. And my friend, the barber's wife, this, that, also drink. All of them going to hell. Yes, all of them going to hell. Then the drunkard said, then hell is heaven. I will meet my friend and family. This reminds me story. Pranava Swami told me this story. At a certain point, he was doing prasad distribution in one university. And there was one Christian preacher also going there every day. And every day he will attack him, criticize him, don't go listen to him, don't eat his food. All the time. This is evil, whatever. Fanatic. So finally one day they have a talk. And people surrounded them to hear what they were going to speak about. So Rama Swami told him, so do you think because I'm Hare Krishna, I'm going to hell? Yes. And you, where are you going? Oh, I'm going to heaven. And Rama Swami told him, then I will be better in heaven. That be with you there. And all the people applauded him. And the name changed, and he softened up, So this mentality, think of self better than others, without proper understanding what is really better. So, another pastime of Narad Muni, once Narad Muni told Krishna, my dear Krishna, I would like to meet some of your householder devotees, married devotees, who are dear to you. Oh yes, I have many. But please, I would like to know one of them. All right, let's go. We have to disguise ourselves so they will not recognize us. And you will see how nice devotee they are. So they disguised themselves as pilgrims and went to the field. That devotee was a farmer, with wife and 2 children. So they arrived in the evening. Oh, please stay on our home. Our home is blessed, This is Atithi Islam. An unexpected guest is considered like God Himself. That's the tradition, Vedic tradition. So they stayed, and they were poor family, whatever they get in the day, that's it for the day by day. They have no stored food for the next day, whatever they get in that day. So the man gave his meal to them. Please have this person. So they ate, he came back. Would you like more? Yes, we are very hungry. So he went to his wife, my dear wife, will you depart from your prasad also to them, our guests? Yes, please. Our guests are, sent by God. And then they ate the wife prasad. And the men came and asked them, are you still hungry? Would you like more? Yes, sorry, but we are very hungry. So he went to his 2 kids, and they were listening through the wall, they were listening to their conversation. So when the father asked the kids to also give away their prasad to them, the kids were saying, yes, of course, dear father, this is a great opportunity for us to do some service to great souls, pilgrims like that. God sent. We are fortunate to have such, devoted father and mother, and you are giving us the example how you treat your guests, and your love for Krishna. I see you, Father, chanting the holy name every day, and we are learning so much from you. And thank you for guiding us so nicely. It will be our great pleasure to go to sleep hungry if the Lord is pleased with us by serving His devotees. So when Narad Muni and Krishna heard that, they were very pleased. So Narad Muni said, yes, this is very nice devotees. So next day in the morning, they were going to depart, and the devotee was, after sunrise, he was working the land. So Narad Muni approached him and asked him, my dear devotee, how many times during the day do you remember Krishna? And the farmer said, in the middle of my work, every time I can, I remember my Lord. So he was working the field and chanting the names of Krishna, Hari Gopal. So they left, and Narad Muni told Krishna, my dear Krishna, he's very nice devotee, but he remembers you from time to time, but I remember you all the time. Oh, that's very nice, Narad. but can you do something for me, some service for me? Anything, Krishna, you ask me, I will do. Very good. I will put you to test. Do you see that mountain there? 5 kilometers away? And here there's a pot full of ghee. I want you to put this pot on your head, go to that mountain, turn around it and come back without letting a drop of ghee fall to the floor. Can you do that? Yes, yes, my God, I can do it. So I put it on his head and went sweating all the way. And then when he came back, I made it, not even a drop of ghee fell from the pot. Congratulations, Narad. How many times did you remember me while doing that? Oh, not even once. I was so concerned. See, my devotee in the midst of his war, he has to do for maintaining his life, his family. He remembered me from time to time. You could not even remember once. So don't be proud. I mean, all this pastime teach us to be devotees, not to be proud of our own achievement or own abilities, whatever. Krishna saying Bhagavad Gita, Purusham Rishu, Rasamapsutam Teya, Pravashmisha Shishuryayo, Pranava Sarva Vedeshu, Shabdeke Purusham Rishu. Purusham Rishu means I'm ability in man. I am the distant water. I am the light of the sun, sound in the ether, the syllable Om and the Vedic mantras, and ability in man. So any ability you may have should be used in the service of the Lord. It's God given. We should not be proud borrowed with feathers. You know, once a crow found a peacock feather and put it on his tail, and he was showing off in front of the other crows, I am a peacock now. And they were, yeah. So this borrowed feathers. In the same way, any ability coming from Krishna, we should use it for Krishna. Prabhupada said, you may have many qualities. Without Krishna, like all many zeros. But if you put the number 1 in front of the zeros, then 1 zero become 10, 100, 100,000. They're very valuable that are used in Krishna's service. So, thank you for coming to hear about this Purushottama months. Now, if you have any comment or question, please do. Be more than happy to discuss or answer comment or questions about any subject, not only this Purushottama month. Yes, Panchatattva Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, during the month of Kartik, we hear that whatever devotional service we perform during the Kartik month,
yes,
we get hundreds times the benefit,
yes,
1,000 times the benefit.
yes.
But I heard you say that
This month 16 times more.
16 times more.
More, yes.
Yes.
Multiply.
Multiply, 16 times.
Yes.
So this month is even more auspicious
Yes.
than the Kartik month.
Well, that's what the Shastra said. Amazing, isn't it? I mean, Krishna gave that blessing to this month, you know. I mean, he went to Golok to have the blessing of the Lord, with Lord Vishnu. So, the Lord directly blessed him, empowered him, and gave him the name Purushottama.
Sometimes it's a little bit confusing because next month we will celebrate Lord Balaram's appearance.
Yes,
Then we will hear Krishna Janmashtami.
yes,
Then we will hear Radhastami. And we hear that, oh, this is most auspicious.
yes.
So, you know, every time we have something, we hear this is the most auspicious.
Yeah, all of them are very auspicious. I mean, that's natural, you know. Everything we do is very auspicious. Some of them more auspicious. More of them are glorified, in the Shastra. It is just to encourage us to surrender more to Krishna, to be more engaged in His service. That's the purpose of all the celebrations, So there are this two types of people who are more attached to the rules of the scriptures, not so much to the devotion, the devotional service. So for them is an auspicious this month. There's no prescription for doing any good karma in this month. But since this month is devoid of good karma, it's only meant for spiritual life, devotional service. That's why this month is 16 times more auspicious. It's just purely for spiritual activities, nothing else. So that's why in this month we should try the more as possible to be engaged in spiritual activities and avoid mundane, activities to increase our devotion. So it's yes. His name is Purushottama.
I was hearing, Panchadharma just putting forward something here. But one of the most dangerous things that happened to a doctor, I feel, I've been hearing it, I've been seeing it all the time.
Yeah.
It's not doubt, to doubt the scriptures, to doubt the Vaishnavas, to doubt the spiritual master, the orders of the spiritual master. It is so dangerous. Now we're having, like all this suspicious moment coming on, and somebody might say, well, I thought the last one was also suspicious. But then, when we look at it, it is really productive to embrace
yes.
the opportunity.
Actually, you're right. But let me tell you one thing, Purushottama does. Prabhupada said, to have doubt means you're intelligent. But more intelligent is not to keep the doubt, but to solve them, to find answer to your doubt. I mean, we are not supposed to accept everything blindly. If you have doubt, that is good, you're intelligent. But don't keep the doubt to yourself. Try to find answer to your doubt by asking more experienced devotees, Then when your doubt is solved, overcome, then you make further advancement. Sometimes devotees keep doubting. They feel embarrassed to say their doubt out. They think I'm faithless or something. No, it's normal to have doubt. But one should try to find the answer so we can make more advancement in Krishna consciousness. Yes.
What's your name? In all the reading, and hearing scripture, in our reading and hearing scripture, we always hear Krishna. He is referred to Arjuna as Bharata Shabha, and like that. All of them, they speak like that to each other, the best of the twice Lord. And sometimes amongst ourselves, devotees may come and try to speak, try to address us in the same way, and we take it. We are familiar with the word Baba Gai. You familiar with the word Baba Gai?
Yes, I have a disciple of that man. Baba Gai? You said Baba Gai? No. The mic was too close to your mouth, I could not hear. You have to give it a little more distance, so I can hear it better what you're saying. What is that?
It's a local phrase that we use, Mama Gai.
Which means?
In Trinidad,
yes.
it means that I am.
You just flatter.
Right.
Flatter?
I'm telling you something, but it's just flattery. I don't really mean this.
Oh.
I'm just trying to flatter you.
Yeah. So you remind me a story about flattering. Now you have finished. I will tell the story. So please tell me what the point is.
So how should we relate to that? Because in Trinidad there's this reaction of they're trying to fool you. You'd already be that.
Yeah.
But the devotee would really be trying to follow what Krishna establishes and how he speaks to Arjuna, and Arjuna speaks to Krishna, and Narada and Shukadeva Goswami, they all address one another like that, oh best friend, twice born, like that, with great respect. So how should we deal with that?
Deal with the flattery.
Right? It may appear to be flattering to us because in nature this is something that happens.
Yes. All right. I can tell you a couple of things about flattery. If you want to insult somebody, flatter him more than he actually is, then it is considered kind of insult. The person may feel, oh, I'm being flattered, but it's insulting him. Saying, like a mother who was her son was born with twisted eyes, and she called him Tatmalocha, lotus eye. So anyway, two story about flattery. One happened in Purushottama during the war. There was a plan to kill Yudhishthira Maharaj to win the war. Karna was chosen to do that. So the spies told, the Pandavas. So Arjuna was selected to protect his brother Yudhishthira from Karna. So he was supposed to be always nearby him. But somehow or other, they were challenging him, and being challenged he can't deny. So they separated him from Yudhishthira. And during all the time he was trying to reach there, he was not able to do it. And Duryodhana was attacking severely Yudhishthira Maharaj. Finally, when Arjuna made it next to his brother, Yudhishthira was upset, and he told his brother Arjuna, throw away your Gandiva bow to the garbage. It's useless. You could not protect me. You could not see I'm all wounded all over. So Arjuna had made a vow. Whoever insults his Gandiva bow, he even or killed the person or killed himself. So he took out his sword, and Krishna asked him, are you going to kill your brother? No, how can I kill my brother? I'm going to kill myself because I made this vow. And if you kill yourself, how your brother is going to win this war? And then you are the main person to win this war. So what should I do? I made this vow. Well, the Shastra said, praise yourself, flatter yourself is like killing yourself. So just flatter yourself, and you like killing yourself. Simple solution. Now I'll tell you, in kings they used to have flatterers in the court, paid court, they're paid for it. That's what their job. So the king was in need of new flatterers, and he was himself interviewing them to find if they're good flatterers or not, to give them the job. So one by one they came, and the king was telling one, I have my doubt that you can do a good job. No, I am very good. Ask me anything you want. You are such a great king, and you start flattering me. Next, and next, I think you can do this job very well. No, don't doubt me. I'm very good at this. The next, until the final one came in, and the king told him, I have my doubt you can do this. I also have my doubt. I don't think I would be able to do this. No, but I think you can do it. Then I also think I can do it. Whatever the king will say, he will follow. Say, you are the man. He got the job. So, well, Prabhupada tell the joke, the story. There's Bengal, there was a king, and he had what do you call a joker who makes the king laugh, He was in the court, that was a job, So, one day the king was with the ministers and important people, and the king told Gopal, what is the difference between you and the donkey? Everybody laughing, And Gopal walked toward the king, stood in front of him and started to walk backward, 10 steps. And he said, the difference between a donkey and me are 10 steps. And the king was laughing, everybody was laughing. They didn't take offense. They are making. So, I mean to say, even Krishna took so much pleasure in being chastised by Mother Yashoda and the gopis, he took pleasure. The gopis will chastise him. We know everything about you. In your past life, a nice girl was attracted to you and you disfigured her, chop off her nose at you. What kind of good man are you? And you killed this, what is his name? The monkey, Bali, hiding behind a tree, not like a true Kshatriya, facing him face to face. We know everything about you. You're a cheater. But you know why he did that? Why Ramchandra killed Bali in this way and not face to face? Because Bali got blessing from Lord Shiva that whoever he fight with, he will absorb half of the power of that person and keep his own power. So nobody could defeat him. So out of respect for Lord Shiva's blessing, that's why Lord Ramchandra has taken him hiding with the bow and arrow. But when he was dying, he repented, because the Lord told him, I mean, you did some very sinful thing, stealing the wife of your own brother, kicking me out of the kingdom unjustly. So, because he was saying it was unjust the way you are killed, what about your unjust activity? And he repented and he chanted the name of Lord Rama at the time of death. So he had a good end. You know that Gandhi chanted Ram at the end of his life, when he was shot. But of course, we don't know the quality of that Ram. The devotion depends on the devotion. Anyway, Prabhupada wrote him a letter before that, asking him, you are old now, you should retire from politics. Let us study together the Bhagavad Gita. He never got answer. He doesn't know if he got the letter or not. So anyway, thank you again very much for coming. I'm very pleased to see all of you. And very happy that you came to hear Harikatha on this very auspicious, the first day of the month of Purushottama. And I hope we keep doing during all the months, increasing our love and devotion to Radha and Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Premanandi.